unsigned piece of paper had the exact same legal weight as a signed confession. Luoyang, 686 Common Era. 4 bronze urns were installed at the palace gates to accept anonymous accusations of treason. No evidence needed. The accuser received guaranteed state immunity and government-funded travel to the capital. Within 3 years, the Tang dynasty's senior aristocracy would vanish from official records. Not by armies, by filing procedures. Wu Zetian entered Emperor Taizong's harem in 637 Common Era as a 5th-rank concubine. When Taizong died, protocol sent her to a Buddhist convent. His son, Emperor Gaozong, recalled her within months. By 655, Wu held the title of Empress Consort. Her primary instrument, fabricated evidence. Wu's newborn daughter was found suffocated. She accused the sitting empress of infanticide. If buried court records are the kind of history you came here for, subscribe. The filing system gets worse. The old Book of Tang documents what followed. The former empress and a rival consort were stripped of rank, their limbs severed, and their bodies sealed inside wine vats. One notation in a sentencing ledger: Wu erased both women's extended families from every government position. Their clan surnames were changed in the imperial registry to Python and Owl. 3 generations of court service, reduced to animal categories in a single bureaucratic filing. Emperor Gaozong suffered debilitating strokes through the 660s. Wu governed from behind a silk curtain, issuing decrees under his seal for nearly 20 years. She relocated the seat of power from Chang'an to Luoyang to distance herself from the established military clans. When Gaozong died in 683, Wu moved within weeks. She installed her son as Emperor Zhongzong, then deposed him after 55 days for showing independence. A younger son was placed on the throne to sign whatever she drafted, but the Tang aristocracy still controlled provincial armies and tax revenues. In 684, General Xu Jingye raised a rebellion against her. The poet Luo Binwang wrote a formal denunciation, accusing her of trapping loyal officials. The uprising collapsed in under 2 months. Wu converted the failed rebellion into bureaucratic pretext. The aristocratic families were embedded in every garrison and provincial court. She could not reach them by decree alone, lest the empire started filing against itself. Junchen arrived at Luoyang's imperial court in 686 with a written manual and unlimited investigative authority. His partner, Zhou Xing, carried the same mandate. Neither answered to any ministry, tribunal, or appeals process. They reported to Wu alone. Lai's manual had a name, the Luoji Jing, the Classic of Entrapment. It contained protocols for fabricating witness testimony, rotating interrogation methods to produce consistent false confessions, and identifying targets whose estates would yield the highest confiscation revenue. According to the Ziji Tongjian, accusers who filed charges at the bronze urns faced 0 legal consequences if their claims were proven false. Denouncing a rival became the safest career move in the Tang bureaucracy. Officials stopped writing policy drafts. They started writing names. Chancellor Pei Yan was the first high-profile target. 65 years old, the most powerful official in government, the man who had helped crown Wu's own sons. He received an anonymous urn accusation with his name on it. His household was arrested within days. Junchen investigated personally. The new Book of Tang documents Pei Yan's trial in a single administrative line. His defense was never entered into the proceedings. Executed, property confiscated under standard protocol. A chancellor of the Tang Empire, reduced to 1 entry in a sentencing ledger, Pei Yan was the template. Over the next 4 years, Wu processed 36 senior members of the Li royal family through identical channels: anonymous, accusation, formal investigation, administrative sentencing, executed, exiled, or driven to suicide. By 690, the political opposition was eradicated. Wu formally dissolved the Tang dynasty and declared her own Zhou dynasty. She crowned herself emperor at 67 years old, the only woman in Chinese history to hold the title. She commissioned an entirely new Chinese character for her reign name, merging the symbols for sunlight and moonlight into a single glyph, which was entered into the imperial lexicon by decree. The interrogation machine could not be turned off. The Ziji Tongjian tallies over 1,000 families destroyed by fabricated charges. Confiscated property funded the next round of cases. By 691, the interrogators began targeting each other. An anonymous accusation arrived naming Zhou Xing for treason. Wu assigned the case to his own partner, Junchen. Lai invited Zhou Xing to dinner. During the meal, casually asked, How how to extract a confession from a stubborn prisoner. Zhou Xing suggested seating the suspect inside a large bronze vessel over an open flame. Lai immediately ordered a heated urn brought into the dining room. He stood up and informed Zhou Xing that he was under imperial investigation. The Chinese proverb, "Invite the gentleman into the urn," originates from this single dinner. Zhou Xing confessed on the spot. 6 years later, in 697, Lai Junchen was processed through the identical channels. Accused by his peers, convicted by his own manual, and executed by the system he had architected. By 700 Common Era, the bronze urns at Luoyang's gates had gone quiet, not because the empire found stability, because everyone worth accusing was already dead, exiled, or too terrified to lift a brush. Wu was 76. In her final years, she withdrew behind two male favourites, the Zhang brothers, Yizhi and Chang Zong, who controlled all access to her private chambers and filtered every document that reached her hand. In February of 705, Chancellor Zhang Zhenji and 4 co-conspirators entered the imperial residence with a detachment of palace guards. They seized the Zhang brothers at dawn inside Wu's quarters. Then Zhenji confronted Wu directly. Her removal was processed through the same channels she had built. A formal decree dissolving the Zhou dynasty and restoring the Tang, stamped with the imperial seal. Wu reportedly asked one question: why not simply execute the Zhang brothers and leave her in power? No court historian recorded his answer. Sun Li Xian, the man she had deposed 21 years earlier, was reinstalled as Emperor Zhongzong of the restored Tang. Wu abdicated and died 9 months later at Luoyang, 81 years old. Within a year, the new Tang court reformed the Urn system, stripping the immunity guarantees and requiring every accusation to carry a verifiable signature. The anonymous feature that had enabled the purges was quietly removed. The Urns survived in diminished form, but the era of unsigned denunciations was formally closed. The court records Wu had spent decades constructing, appointment scrolls, investigation files, sentencing ledgers, were systematically edited under her successors. The historians who compiled the old Book of Tang 2 centuries later worked up from documents already filtered through multiple rounds of political revision. A tomb at Qianling Mausoleum in Shaanxi province lies beside Emperor Gaozong, a joint burial she arranged decades prior. At the entrance stands a monument she commissioned for her own epitaph. Limestone stele, 7 meters tall, polished smooth. It bears no inscription. Not a single character. The woman who built an entire reign on documentation chose, at the very end, to leave none behind. The Ziji Tongjian tallies, over 3,000 officials, purged across her 40-year career. Her merit-based examination system outlasted every dynasty that followed, enduring 1,200 years across the Song, Yuan, Ming, and Qing until its abolition in 1905. It survived because it produced interchangeable administrators who filled the vacancies her purges created. Her invented Chinese characters, including the glyph she commissioned for her reign name, were formally abolished within 1 generation of her death. Subsequent Tang emperors rewrote the court histories to reframe her reign as a cautionary warning against female sovereignty. No woman held the title of emperor in China again. Tourists photograph the blank stele at Qianling every year without knowing what the empty face represents. The endpoint of a court that filed its way through an entire ruling class and left no words to account for any of it. The next empire to turn anonymous denunciation into state policy would not use bronze urns. It would nail wooden boxes to village walls and leave far fewer survivors.